As I know, we're not late, so we'll start on time. In 2 minutes, we'll start. If you're a new person here, I want to advise you say, all device the way you get where they make sound. You make let it sound be scarce. Why that sound today? This mic may work fine. Always when I give you the mic, they work. Augustine. When you have a problem, Hello. May this not cause problem. I don't check the battery or not to do. We'll start, we'll take off. Good. Yes, we'll start with this one. I tell you, thank you. I will know you come for this one. Can I say hello? Get started. All right, today, July 29, inside the 2025, I want to take this opportunity for welcome all to the Government of Leone weekly press and engagement with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, the weekend to the people of Leone. Today we get some very important guests. Then we can discuss important issues across governance. This is my mic. All right. We want to particularly welcome the very distinguished guests that were here. And as usual, I want to tell thank you to UNA, members of the 4th Estate, for the support, for UNA presence, and all the one them across the country where they carry live. We get multiple, we get live on AYV, we get live on the National Broadcaster, the Sierra Broadcasting Corporation. We get live on multiple local community radio stations all across Salone right now where you follow me, and we tell them thank you for that. We're also proud that the ministry say VSO they support me with live sign language interpretation. We mean say people that we get hearing disability themselves they follow because President Leone is President of Inclusion. One for take the opportunity for tell thank you to all we partner there where they support the ministry for making this happen. We get Capital Food, we get AfriCell, we get Orange, we get UNDP and the government of China will help you for set this place here up. And I want to tell them plenty thank you for that. Before I come to the distinguished panelists that were there, as soon as I know every week I can start with updates. To tell you now waiting the government of Salone don't do over the last week. Number one, His Excellency the President, Dr. Mada Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, don't renew Africa and call, we call Africa for a permanent UN Security Council seat. You don't see exclusion no longer acceptable. When I going to say President Bio, that one of the leaders there, one of the global statesmen there, we don't need for champion for let Africa be treated justly at the United Nations and in the structure. Say this week continent supposed to get seats, and when they meet this week now in the chairman of the committee, the authority of heads of states of ECOWAS, he don't reiterate that calling, say Africa supposed to get seats. Two news we want to share. I think we all don't know this news, but this news is so good. Only for repeat it. We don't know for you. After the United States government do a comprehensive review of all the trade and development package, inside this program we call Millennium Challenge Corporation, MCC, 25 countries within inside. The US government then puts a soul to the program, then check all things for the program. They say of them 25 there. Now only 12 of them want for continue it. Of that 12, now only 5 in Africa they pick for go it. Of that 5, now only 1. They say the original plan will be not developed. The kind of no more, will they touch up? The full money, the full package will not modify. Will they approve them? Will they go now? Or they continue? And that one country, and the Republic of Sierra Leone under the leadership of His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio. Big news for the people of this country. 480 million MCC compact approved, cleared for them to continue. We will come for can transform the energy sector. And the single largest investment per capita by this program with the US government again. Big acknowledgement of the reforms that we President Bio put in place. And Chinese phone and this one. Big acknowledgement of the leadership of His Excellency President Bio, and for say salon like able trade big news for we and the country, and I can announce anybody who elects salon in popularity for this. We all for take national pride in this important news. I'll go through the updates very quickly. The Chinese embassy don't donate more than media equipment to the Salon police for the boost public relations. We tell the government of China thank you. They are one of the consistent partners to the people of Salon. IOM Uniqueness and Freetown Polytechnic does celebrate graduation for 25 returnees them from the automotive skills training program. The Honorable Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, don't engage the Salon diaspora in London, we make a very convincing case by town hall engagement we do why the government of the Sierra Leone People's Party deserve authority. He also highlights the achievements that we President Bio make in time, and he tell the people in the diaspora say the country they head in the right direction. If they go in the right direction, for change, for just stick the vice president and talk about majorly share out narratives. His Excellency President Julius Malabio being attend Liberia the independence celebration over the weekend. In be a guest in capacity, of course, as ECOWAS chair, and the government and the people of Liberia have been specially recognized for the outstanding role he played during the Liberian Civil War. When I know say they say, no greater love we person did the show than we person willing for laying life for somebody else. President Julius Malabio as a young man, he been willing for laying life for Liberia and peace. Tell me some people in Miami, I don't abate. The Barbie, they go, we take arms, they go fight for them peace day. I make the ultimate symbol of peace. And when he returned to Liberia, when they celebrated independence, the president of Liberia, Joseph Boakai, is specially acknowledged and tell thank you to the leader, the president of Sierra Leone, for the wonderful work we do for them, for the sacrifice we sacrifice. And as we say, a part of President Bill, this respect we don't give this country, and it's ready to go. Well, that's not all the news for today. Now we come to the discussion we'll come here for. I'm glad for welcome for the first time on the panel, the Minister for Transport and Aviation, the Honorable Rex Bonafa, within the African talk update at the sector. You get plenty good news. You don't need to do some fantastic work. We don't lead. We can inform. On my left, I get my auntie. Naya, today, Madam Joyce Weah Tijankela, we are the commissioner for the National Commission for Children, the Commission for Picking them. We're glad for welcome Naya today as well. You don't say we want Naya. Today, the council can explain. What the commission they do, what the commission don't do for vet for picking the rights then as a law. And last, but by no means the least, we also get my brother, Jasper Patrick Sembi, we are the Director and Chief Operating Officer at the Directorate for Science, Technology and Innovation. My brother himself done to do some fantastic job since His Excellency put to this position. He can share what he do, some of the achievement there, and how DSCI, that signature achievement by President Bill Foster, don't continue for lead for advanced technology and innovation at government. So we get 3 fantastic panelists there, and they can give them time and share. We'll take some of the questions that will come online. If they did, they will open up to now we'll get a conversation and then close. But for start, we come to the Honorable Deputy Minister for Transport. Mr. Minister, your ministry don't they make name. You're your minister, they do a fantastic job. Just last week, when I announced, we can let for tell people and say also so happy we price been they go up, be the canton Sunday. Because under the leadership of President Bill, prices that will go up, then they can know. But not only the price of the commodities they no more. Transport will require some complex negotiation. You announced last week, say you don't renegotiate prices and down. And also today you even get additional breaking news. So I want to set the scene for Famole, Honorable Bonafa. Tell Famole what the transport sector do they do on this question of prices of transportation. Give me the updates that we can for sharing, and then we'll go do some follow-ups after that. You're welcome, you get the floor, sir. You get 7 minutes, sir.
Thank Honorable Minister of Information for this opportunity for making we can share good news with the people there through the members of the 4th Estate. Like when I heard from the Minister, the Deputy Minister of Transport, Leone Bonafa. So, a very, very diverse sector, a big. We handle the mode of transportation, the mode of transportation. Now we cover the air, the land, and the sea. But then this update what they need today. Now only two modes of transportation, whether the land and the sea. Family will recall say about a week or so ago, we noticed say pump price here drop. We moved from 27,000 to 25,000 for diesel and 24,000 or 24 Leones for petrol. We see plenty news that make rounds on the social media, but we our government, you don't react to what they go on the social media. Because you therefore know say at the end of the day, anything when they talk or when they do, therefore represent government. But normally we in the transport sector we collaborate with the Petroleum Regulatory Agency and the Ministry of Trade and Industry. So we wait for them. The action and the trigger we all reaction. Meaning, now when they come out, so we say this is the pump price, then we self now call the transporters, workers, we negotiate. But this trip we find out say not be so. The transporter, the OMC, the guy and the oil markets as them negotiate among themselves, then they put the price down. So when we notice say they don't put the price down, we call the transporters. Why they talk about the transporters? Are they talk about Keke Union? Are they talk about drivers union? Polar owners? Passenger welfare? We bring them all come together. When I know can sit down, we get a conversation. What you notice in the market? Now the same one come back to me and talk say they notice say the price of fuel don't go down. By how much? They say by trade, it don't go down from 27 to 25. So we ask the question. When an officer for reduce the price of transportation as well, the transport fare, they say fair enough, we expect this kind of conversation. So we sit down. But why they get confidence for no can sit down talk? Because right from the inception of President Bill in 2018, we make it clear to the transport stakeholders and say, we not produce oil in this country. Meaning, whenever the plants move, because in the oil industry, they never plant movements, where governments are including the transporters. When you move up, we will raise the price. Because not so we get control over it. But when you go down, we go change up. And without the first estates and the people that we have record, say several of this government don't reduce price when the price of fare go down in the world market. So the same thing that happened in this case. On the 25th of this month, I invite the transport stakeholders and for the council will negotiate. We negotiate on the reduction of price based on the fare no more. So I tell you one know why fare no more, because when you talk about for reduced transport, it gets a lot of variables where you get for deal with. If you open up to them, they will be the tell you say the clutch, the brake pad, whether the brake pad in this country are substandard. Well, you know what going to all that. You just want to take it from the pump price. So we don't consider. Because at the end of the day, now for benefit, the average spending. So we sit down, that at the 25th of this month, we negotiate. When I go recall saying, I've been also a press release when they now show the new transport formula, like the various locations, now Freetown in the first place, and from Freetown to the provinces or to the various district headquarters towns. So that price list, we don't come out. But then also the number will limit to. Because the question normally when people can ask, they say, well, what's going to happen to the worker fine buses? But you find out that the premise so that we will understand. Worker fine not to government data. Worker fine Like the transport stakeholders in this country, and then they operate that company. The company will call it the Metro Transport Company, MCC. What does that mean? It means say Keke Union, for example, they get a percentage in that company, they get shares. Drivers Union get shares. Keke Union get shares. Bike riders they get shares. Then they come about when the government of Sierra Leone implements a World Bank supported program, what they call the Sierra Leone Integrated Resilient Urban Mobility Project, IROP. Under the project, we want to see how government can move more people faster and at predictable times. So that let me bring about the involvement of buses in the whole IROP project. Because the IROP project itself gets a lot of components. For example, the overhead bridge is on the sea, and through the IROP project bring down the car. The bus terminal where they normally the IROP project bring down the bus, we bring the buses, they come inside. So where the transporters and the CDO will agree. Say we can forget certain routes there. When the worker find more for the worker at specific times. For example, we'll say in the morning, starting from 4 o'clock to 10. When I pick hours, people get for can walk. Now I can find buses no more get right for work and Abacha streets. Because one day you move more people. And once see a situation that is country you side, you go and left in jeep and horse because you get a reliable and more predictable transport system for coming with all that CBD area. Then the whole spirit started there to work and find. So the hobby agree say yes, that's true. This company and we get them. So we go to the fringes, we go to the other old road there, this that for the feed, the main road beside the worker find buses, the workers for the green passenger and the candy. So if you talk about the worker find, that is the background that they get them. But then people don't ask, the price will not be used before, or the transport, or then worker find not be involved. Now because right from the inception we sit down with the bank, and the transporters then we agree say, worker find forgets a ceiling, he forgets a floor. For example, if you go above 30,000, from 25,000 to 30,000, worker fine will continue to operate at 10 million. And we are going to recall say worker fine in alternate, they want to put they will take out for you. If you come on back from the straight and was back for that 10 million. If you come on and was back, that's straight to London terminal for 10 million. And why we say if operates that way? Now because now inside this money you never get the management of the terminal, the worker fine itself, you never pay them. Then you never pay the shareholders, their own money as well, whether the very big bike riders, the care riders, Coca-Cola owners, passenger welfare, they always get shares inside. But then we want for ensure fleet renewal. So worker fine will just run when you done. Once you say special funding there for them, well, escrow account to some they put money for a new fleet. So by the time when you phase out, new buses to be in as well. So these people sit down, they say we talk with them. They come in. The general manager of worker fine will bring a car inside. These people not just affect the Coca-Cola owners or the keke or the bike riders. When I say once year will reduce from that 10 million. So bring the car in and get self, we negotiate with your package deals. I don't know if you understand what they say negotiate. So when you just want to make profit, you don't want to reduce 1 cent. So they negotiate very hard. But we negotiate, we will put the prices down. So their prices will not be still put down and be out of that. Mr. Minister, if I get your permission, we'll just breeze through. For example, we take a we take a by category. Within freezer, long to return so the old price can be 5 years. We put 1 year commodity so you can go 4 years. About it to return so now be 5 years, we put 1 year, we go 4 years. Long to bubble. Now be 7 years, we bring account to 6 years. What's a lot to Bombay Street? Now be 11 years, we don't bring account to 9 years. Lovely to trade, now be 16 years, we don't bring account to 15 years. What's a lot to token? Now be 25 years, we don't bring account to 24 years. We are forced to trade, now be 12 years, we don't bring account to
tell you. Where can find for example to go like it's you. That's from Cabaton to Bospa, na HQ. From Bospa to Lonely, na HQ. Then we come to bike. Bike, then bring a lot of difficulties. I must see. But because one, they don't get standard back. One don't say that you are Kawaka, like any play we don't get side for Kano. But then we push them for them to show you some locations so that we get some idea what you want. For example, from Ole, we can find out say we get a lot of students that we can gather. From Ole to Fobe College, let me tell you, some people go to 15 or some 20 or 7. We bring a candle to 8. Abali to Lonely, let me tell you, we bring a candle to 8. Lonely, we by force, let me tell you, we bring a candle to 8. I've gone to Duazan Junction, let me tell you, we bring a candle to 8. But family, they were interested for no say that only this morning, I don't know what the other locations where they had money, but they have recorded back who put it on. Yeah. They will take canal from Freetown to the provinces. Freetown to Canal, Leone City. Now the 250 loans. Now we don't put that to 230. Freetown to Colonna be 190. We don't pay a cat to 170. Freetown to Cambia na be 120. We don't pay a cat to 100. Freetown to McKinney na be 120. We don't pay a cat to 100. Freetown to Bow na be 120. We don't pay a cat to 110. Freetown to Bobloko na be 120. We don't pay a cat to 100. Freetown to Boyamba na be 140. We don't pay a cat to 1. So na be 120. We don't pay a cat to 110. Freetown to Kenema na be 140. We don't pay a cat to 130. Freetown to Machujo na be 140. We don't pay a cat to 120. Freetown to Losa na be 90. We don't pay a cat to 80. Freetown to all government boss na be 120. We don't pay a cat to 110. Freetown to Kenema government boss na be 130. We don't pay a cat to 120. Whether you want to know if that's what in the tap, you know the tap so. We dey go back now, what we call it a district. The ministry don't set up a committee of which we are the chairman and we get for the leader of that committee. We dey go now the district headquarters town. One go Kabbalah, for example, for most of the time, or much of the time. For example, from Kabbalah to Faraba, almost the cost. We force them back from the use and then this and this subtraction. Now they will be good and then we need it. Yeah, I will never put it.
All right, Mr. Minister, we get time constraint, but you get updates on the worker as well.
Yes.
So give it and make it.
Yes, sir, that's right. Then today we get a negotiation with the ferry owners now, the one that will own the WhatsApp. We get it. There's a pay by category. We get the ferry where they come from Kisi to Tagri. First class tickets, now be 48 field. Now we have 46 field, the new price. 4 jeep, a van, now be 209 euros. Now that's 205 euros. Any motor car will below 25 seats. Or within 25 seats, now be 220 euros. Now that's 215 euros. Motor car will below 25 and 40 seats. Now be 278 euros. Now that's 260 euros. Coach when at 42 seats. Now be 359 euros. Now that's 340 euros. Coach when at about 42 seats. Now be 556 euros. Now that's 550 euros. Then truck were empty, negotiable. Truck were full, negotiable as well. But to bike. Now be 48 euros, now 46 euros. loans. Bicycle, that the bicycle itself, including the person where they ride the bicycle, the rider. That is 26 loans, now 25 loans. Keke, now 139 loans, now 130 loans. Trailer negotiable, but students, police, students where wear school uniform, deputy where wear school uniform, military officer where wear uniform, police where wear uniform. Now free, now they're free. No establishment. Now the kids is very total green.
So now you wear uniform when you not to the police officer.
Now government was ferry. Why the price is different? Tagri to Kisi now just 4 nautical miles. But then government will have to Tagri now 7 nautical miles. Then the price variation is small. I want everybody to understand that. So from government, we have to Tagri first class, now be 65 million, now we don't be account to 60 million. Second class, now be 40 million, now we 35 million. Bike, now be 65 million, now we 60 million. Keke, now be 150, now we 140. Van or Jeep, now be 200, now we 190. Tata was a negotiation. The long split time at the 500, now we 450. Then short split time, now be 400, now we 350. Loaded truck 6 tire for Bologna government 12, now be 950, now we 900. Then that truck loaded, now be 950, now we 900. Again, students where wear uniform, babies where wear uniform. Because I don't want to go see meeting my guy from a student, you go wear uniform now. He said, no, I don't want to go and represent. Not to that too. That people when they come all over, they come when they go where wear uniform. Military, police, as long as you are uniform, okay, now free them to themselves. Wow. Yeah. So that the updates are there.
Thank you. All I will say is wait I can normally let portable. Yeah. Not be this one. Yeah, not be this so. President Leo and work, and they talk, and they do. What we need price now, so we the government of not be the cut down. Under the leadership of His Excellency President Julius Leo, we don't see comprehensive set of reforms. The economy. Today, the Minister of Finance presents supplementary budgets. The headline is to stabilize this economy. We don't move from inflation over 50% to now mid-single digits. The rest of the world, they go another way, President Bill, they work the bioeconomic miracle. So, it will continue to see prices go down, essential commodities. We see the results this month, by the way, the price index, the statistics are low. It shows again a stabilization of prices in this economy. And unlike in the past, where all man will just do 50%, we get a fantastic leadership in the Ministry of Transport and Aviation. I will congratulate you, Mr. Minister, and your Minister, your Honorable Alaji Fande, and you and my entire team, as some of the staff, and then I am for the fine work that they do for the people of this country. President Bill ambition of letting the president go don't more. Or they continue to do that, or they do that in a transparent manner. We turn quickly to business. Commissioner for the national Peking. As you know, we work hard for let this commission come. But Commissioner said in press conference, so one you lost 6 minutes, the time there now. The minister will allow Alay go past the time because we will give you some numbers. Okay, let us stick to time, Commissioner. So tell me, within the National Commission for Peking, within the commission, they want, what you don't do so far, what you achievement them as the commissioner, and waiting family for expect from you. There's some specific question there for una or candidate at first April for secrecy. Then we'll go to the SDI. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Minister Nephew. And like how I say, I belong the urge and all these states say, we want to come and talk about the picking and business. Because I believe say we already inside this room, we have the picking there before we work and build with it today. So it's good as a nation for those they know what they happen to picking them. And I also want to use this opportunity for tell on behalf of the Pekine, plenty thank you to HG the President for this good work where they talk about this song. We don't say don't do plenty. And also all 10 Pekine create policy. So when we set down read this, on Thursday when they kind of meeting, I therefore explain to them the good work where the government of President Bio don't do. There are also want to use this opportunity quickly for the Minister, Deputy Minister of Transport. For that good news way you for Pekine, say the one day we wear uniform, like free and fair. Then they all will not say they get government also they don't provide for them. So thank you, Mr. Minister and the whole team, including Alaji Fandi and the team. Thank you. We the Pekine will appreciate you very well. Now we come to the National Commission of itself. I don't think say plenty people they belong the but commission or this year say they belong the but most people they don't know what they happen at the commission. I want to tell you say in 2007, they passed the act na parliament for them to establish this commission here through the help of Minister Wesidon, and then they work in part of that group. So the first the Tijan cabinet government say they need a special commission for Pekine. So that commission, the act passed in 2007. But for put everything together now, paper now, for make sure say they actually established an office in 2014 when the commission came into operations. When it came into operations, we get with vision, we get with mission. With vision, like what they say, what you want to see for the Pekine and Saloon. So we say, we want for this Sierra Leone, this will be beautiful Sierra Leone. We say Pekine safe. We say Pekine issues, we prioritize them. We say Pekine gets the opportunity for express their own opinions because the interest of the Pekine, now much more council we. It counts because it gone are those days. When they take decision for Pekine, when Pekine can't they go, now go behind. Pekine for the people that for just see them, they're not for young again. No, as a commission, since they enact that law, we say Pekine themselves for participate in issues that will relate to the young development and welfare. So with mission, this commission not they work in isolation, or we are not they work in isolation as a commission for Pekine business. We they work with the UNCRC, when at the Convention on the Rights of the Children. Then we also they work with the African Charter, that the African aspect of it, whether the Africans they investigate the UNCRC. Then Sano said we enact an account. So we the giving mandates and the commission. We have 3 big mandates before this time. But when we don't try for review the CRA, we don't get one, we don't add. The first mandate the government in the commission say, we have to monitor and coordinate the implementation of the CRC and the African Charter on the rights and welfare of children. What does that mean? All side Pekine business day. For me, I can always say Pekine issues and cross-cutting issues. Every ministry, every department and agencies, forget things the way they do with Pekine. You go education, we just say transport. When you look at the surface of what they have in the Ministry of Transport, you go see what Pekine get for do for transport. But we don't hear we get a role for play as Pekine. We voice this beforehand. Also, we talk about education. So Pekine business, na cross-cutting issue. So we na the commission, we get this mandate for coordinate all child protection agencies dem, all departments, all agencies dem wey dey work with pikin business, na we responsibility for know wetin una dey do. So even on that, and that's when I bin ask the honourable minister on one particular occasion, I say wetin dey happen? We don try for them to be part of this weekly press conference. Una then dey put me. For say we no important, there and the minister say na oversight. He say, we will form that commission. Now we will say no important. And if you don't take up on himself as a minister, he don't go down the commission. He don't go see what they do. He don't go meeting with the beginning. So, Mr. Minister, I thank you very much for that. We second mandate where they say we foresee the implementation of Part 3 of the CRA 2007. What did that mean? We always talk say the commission they say children's rights. The children the rights say the parental responsibility say the children the own responsibility for protect that rights also dey. We also dey look at the minimum age of recruitment, marriage. We don see wetin happen recently, the prohibition of child marriage. So many things dey happen. So we get the mandate as an institution for look at all of them small policy there, how it will better the life of the pikin. We also dey advise government on some of the implementation of them policies there. Certain things that the way they can say, that's so it for go. We on side, with your small expertise and knowledge, we will get on picking business. We can tell government through the relevant authorities and say, no, let me do and so. Enough for go so, let it go so. Yeah? They're doing in terms of the Ebola, I remember vividly, where they put within them and the mama them, they isolate them. But we realize, say, government not make no provision for them, they need food, diapers, toys for picking them for play with. So I personally lead a delegation and go to the Minister of Health at that time. And in this is a win. So we noticed say at from that point, they begin make areas for picking them for them and play. So even during back the corona, we talk to the Ministry of Justice. We said let them congest the cells for the picking and the remand homes. So that we work on that day. Then when we don't review Right Act, when that 2000 yes, we don't add one mandate back to we. When that investigative powers when they don't give we. Before this time they can't complain, beginning they can't complain. We not have power. We can just refer the complaint to authorities then. But they go down the drains. So but we say now, we are giving this power, we said now we will investigate so that we will actually monitor what they have in there. We achievements there, but I don't know if I get time.
We will come back to you for the achievements there, Commissioner, very much for your leadership and your passion. We must say you are possibly get a long-standing commitment. Then, in all your life, you don't work for champion picking and rights, and I'm very proud of the work you do as somebody we don't, as a member of the family as well, but also somebody with an asset today with you. So congratulations, and this not will be the last step we can inshallah. The council, the brother, the director and CEO, na DSTI. Now, we know DSTI for the current chief minister, he was synonymous to DSTI. Set him up, launch him. In fact, I attended the launch, I've been at the panel, the WEF, the working with brother PJ, the current minister. I get a record of excellent young people and way good in. But DSTI don't transform. And now, one of an important organ in President Bio in Big Five governing agenda. Take this moment to say 6 minutes or give you an update on some of the big things they're going to do since His Excellency we don't put you now as the main man with the lead that important agency. Give family an update. What things they happen at the STI? How can they contribute to President Bio in Big Five agenda? Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Thank you, and I'm glad for their this for their. One mistake what the SDI will do is with the support for who ministry them and agency them from the background. Will not be they come before for tell the story. So we the honorable minister say the big five, also big five member. Before this 10 or 7, the SDI will talk about pushing. But if I say I will talk all the same the SDI but they are changed I only get 6 minutes. So this year no more. If I want to talk to no more this year, again I will talk to next time. But finally, let me see what in the SDI they do when they support government for make government service delivery. They're efficient and they're effective. They do 2 things. When they build systems for government office then, they will also support government with data. So when they make the decision will be, it will work. It will be based on evidence. Lagos State, for example, project them hold on to this year no more, and then project the impact when they get our own. Lord give it well body business. Ministry of Health. As we know, this time we developed one solution called Press Track. Press Track, government bill for address, we maintain and mortality rates. Then development will die with the report. So we build this powerful system where we track the development from when they get there, all in clinic appointments. It also alerts them early warning signs. Then see the development they get. If doctor faints and quick, it will make it get complication. We launched it last year, and now as I talk, so we don't amount over 40 clinics then, we don't enroll over 10,000 development. And in a Press Track, it affects we all because Mama born we all and we all die. Most likely they get problem king while we were long and they did pass it, right? Let me speak to health. 2 weeks ago, the STI launched which we call the Sierra Leone Nursing and Midwifery Council Regulatory Portal. Not only not there, we nurse not treat it. If we nurse them, we regulate them, not just the registration, the indexing, and the licenses, but this system, what they do, they make sure say they nurse them, then do it with man called continuous professional development. They make sure say they nurse them, they learn book the required amount of hours for learn every year before the council able to review their license. Now, we don't talk about impact. Like I said, not only they are nurse the treat. The impact this system will not be so. What will they use now, and the midwifery council? It impacts 80% of the health workforce across the country. And then 18,000 nurse and midwife across the country. 18,000. Also just for register them. They register them, they indexing, make sure they comply, and then learn book, they update themselves with the latest health standards. And then health. You know, we all want to feel secure. So the STI, the president say, we don't say all the big thing there. Now let me do things the way they affect people then immediately. We almost immediately will see the impact. So okay, let me focus on the security sector. Mr. Minister, the army and the police, the STI don't collaborate with them, they do heavy lifting, they make them work easy. The military, we ask them what they want support with. They say, well, there I'm a man there, 11,000 man there, the one they will active, the one they will retire with. Then the struggle for process, the endowments, what are the benefits of them get, and the loan scheme, things like salary advance, salary loan, benefits when you retire, injury claims, all that thing. Not to tomorrow, not to next month. The STI don't develop the armed forces endowments and loan scheme, where they impact 11,000 army men in this country. We will launch in the next 1 month. Let me speak to the army. We don't commit for train 1,000 army men with skills they will not then tell me say they want. Things like cyber security, things like clerical duties, things like websites and cloud computing. It's not the way the world army that they move towards now. All man they go digital. So now we don't pay for the system. We don't commit for train 1,000 army men. When I go and ask who's how we train them. Well, the STI helps them across the country, each up. Then are universities there, one at EVK University, one at Eastern Polytechnic, one at IPAM, one at FEC. So that's about 50 more who they want to private sector. And then up then they will therefore train the community 1,000. Now come to the police. The STI don't build, not to next month or next year. We don't build the Sierra Leone police personnel management system. Then police manage 12,500 of them. How do they apply for leave? recruitment and selection, how they get a work, how they left work, how they apply for sick leave, then they will not digitize or for the national police. And we also don't compete for training 1,000 of them back in skills the way them means we say them online. To story, this is not impactful thing. Remember, say I talk about we don't enroll 10,000 below money, we don't roll out full stack 40 clinics, we don't build SLMC portal where they cover 18,000 nurse and midwife them, and we don't do the AFPSL, the military, the armed forces environmental loan scheme. We don't do the police personnel management system. And we train 1,000 policemen there, 1,000 army. Now, the question again, people like they ask now, what's the DSI they do for address people that direct, not to just government, look at the direct intervention for the youth. I'm glad the way the Commission for Children, Madam Dea, it's very important, but DSTI, what they do not for the youth that begin across the country. DSTI has a strong partnership with UNICEF, one of the UN agency we for picking them. We get something them called landing passports. Landing passports, we don't they want in this country for over 5 years. And then I all them up the work called Leone, Makini, Kenema, and Tuna Futon. What's in the computer there? So DSTI over the past 5 years, we get hub them and then college them. We get over 20 laptops there, they get solar panel, and they get curriculum, they get content inside the computer where you learn. So they get free internet, free power, free computers, and free learning content. When I want to what's in there inside the learning content, we get 2 categories of training where anybody can go and go down. Number 1, now MBSSC curriculum. We get PECE, we have WAS, we have MPSC past question and answers. Anybody can go there and go down. Number 2, we go to them called work readiness courses, human capital development. This is not the way you go learn how, you go learn clerical duties, you go learn website development, you go learn the way you help, where they help you for the work. And when you don't, you get UNICEF certificates, see the way they help you for the work. So don't look up. That learning passport they no more. For the past 4 years, 28,000 people they don't sign up and complete. June last year alone, 1,840 yet we sign up and complete them course. They still will go. I make it talk fast because there's so much to talk. We can't to light business energy. And I continue? Okay. Thank you. So just 2 weeks ago, we met with KKY, the energy sector. We all want light. Right? For one challenge where the energy sector gets, they don't get a dashboard where they visualize how light they can, how light they go. They don't get a dashboard where they visualize the flow, the inflow and outflow, supply and demand of light, all their independent power provided with it. Now, DSTI don't commit for building a platform. We also meet with road maintenance fund, let's say what is dashboard. And one important way we interest was with recent engagements and with meeting with Sierra Leone Maritime Administration. We all know say we get a good illegal fishing very well. DSTI is the first agency in Salon. We in 2020 we launched the Sierra Leone medical drone delivery project. I remember we used drone for deliver medicines, blood, oxytocin, and epidural. Had to reach very end. That project they will carry revival back. But now for the Maritime Administration, because the while we use drone for surveying seas, for see all their ships, their own boats, the way they can't see to push them outside. This is something we do now we do partnerships with UHA, one UK farm, and we also work with Sierra Leone Navy for make sure say when we get that project, they will not just use that for the seas, but use that for also for surveying security across the shores. Mr. Minister, I will continue for something to
So MPSC is also promotes even a solution also. You get if you get results online, you're able to use the short code. You see this. Why can now don't decide for making difficult for me? Alright. Today I get microphone challenge. One for tell the DSTI boss Jasper plenty thank you You know, when President Bio, they call a talk and do. We just don't hear you talk and do. When the Chief Minister came left for say we will deliver, we are delivering, we have delivered. Especially when it comes to technology and innovation. The gains are numerous. Now, like how the director say, not to tomorrow, not to explanation. It affects plenty sector. Now I get a few questions from you. As you know, the surest way for send questions to the press conference and for sending in advance. We know at 818 across every network is free. If you send text, even within this room, if you send an hour, you get up. You send a text, we get your question, you use any of your online platform them as well, it's all free. We the Ministry of Information and Civic Education will deliver for bringing government closer to the people. Jasper, that's what the person calling by question. Not say director, say. Let me go add director. It's a waiting a government in plan for reduced paper-based attendance register to digital system. You don't talk constantly a little bit, but you get a chance for response to that particular question. So now your question and we come online. Mr. Transport Minister, then say when that the status of work I find bus step. How many bus they deploy the kit right now? Madam Commissioner, somebody, Mr. Minister, your question from Jibril Kamara. Madam Commissioner, your question say, what do you want to do for poor picking them? That treats with they said. You know, I remember, must have been in the year 2000, 2001, we entire advocacy campaign about that. I remember giving speeches, challenging Minister Shade Bujama. Children in the streets, on the streets, of the streets, we are clear. Children must not be on the streets. I gave a speech, I remember the words. So people still they ask, what should you do? Mr. Minister, I get the final question. The question say, they want to notes say, what can find boss, then they get fully change. So they say, what do you do with that? You know, one of the things they will only talk about now the salon payment switch. Who want let all man register. Let all man day on the switch. Use your name. Why make that important? Even if I can find, you pay with your money with the payment switch. All the system they forget payment. That's it. They don't need for the change because I'm online. When you put the exact amount, you can see 8.50 cents. You put at 8.50 cents. You go back, change no need for the here the post no need for talk. But Mr. Minister, an important question and the before answer. So what will they do? We'll start with the mommy. We'll go to Jasper, who can tell Minister. How was it? So we'll go that way. Madam Minister, quickly, don't go on 2 minutes. So then we will come to the family away and get your question for us. Yes.
Okay, thank you. This is a question we always ask which I protection agencies. As soon as I hear in my introduction, I tell when I say we dey monitor, and I will key activity, we mandate, we dey monitor and coordinate. So this question of waiting we dey do this hidden and the street, we certainly ask ourselves and we always try to find solution for am. First of all, as I dey talk now, we get a standing MOU with Ministry of Education and Ministry of Social Welfare. We dey work with them as well as Gender Ministry and Ministry of Health for make sure do a radical way for putting people na the street. We don't try at once, it not be sustainable. So now we look for a very sustainable solution. When we don't put here the child protection agencies there, as we all know, we don't directly implement. But we dey make sure say we apply a lot of pressure on the people that we get the statutory mandate for make sure say some of them see they are done. In 2023, we do a survey, a study. We come up with a study, we will share with child funding, almost all child protection agencies there. Inside that study, the findings was about 20,000 pikin and they live in the street. So they begin there because they live in the street, they're vulnerable to a lot of things, crime, violence, drug abuse. Recently now we all know about the push and all that in there. And as a country, I don't think say it's good for the future. Because sorry, we can say we for invest in the children there so that the future will come up again at the future of Sierra Leone. So we really don't take that up very seriously. Before the October, we will do something very radical. We don't encourage the parents on good parenting. Continuous programming, we will go from school to school, we will go from community to community for engage parents for say the best home for the pikin na in home. The best place for pikin for growth is for being in home and with the parents there. So we will work on that soon and very soon, and I assure una say una go see a radical movement in that direction.
Thank you very much. Director.
Yes, thank you. So the question, we think yesterday do for digitize attendance registers across the country.
Yeah, but I want you maybe talk broad and small and focus on what they do for help the country transition from paper to digital. Not just attendance, but on other things. Yes, sir.
They look for putting the new systems across governments. Last starts with SLDTP, Sierra Leone Digital Transformation Project. These are big projects within the Ministry of Communication, Technology and Innovation, where they go on now. This project is so big, it covers the entire government, so it's called e-governance. So it promotes electronic governance. Things that really comes to Estonia that also developed, and then they will bring down as well. E-governance entails e-cabinet and digitizing the processes. That's the only way to take or apply for something, to take an approval. This project, they can work understand. Also, we do more putting for cut down on paper. For example, Anti-Corruption Commission. I tell you, I was talking tomorrow. Yes, they don't digitize the asset declaration process for Anti-Corruption Commission. The tool so amazing. Now it takes less time and it very much robust. So all the public servants they will qualify and go on the system. So for answering questions, we do more putting and the government project. The big one we count for less than challenges that are across the government. Yes, they have to implement, and what we can do, we can go and MD them and digitize for them and support them for make the service delivery to the people more efficient and effective.
Thank you very much, Director. And say you also then stand in minister in the person of Minister Chernor Bah. We also champion this transition so we will move completely from paper-based system and we only build the systems and we work together. So we say plenty thank you for the outstanding work we said to do. Mr. Minister, you have a couple of
questions. Thank you very much. I want to start with that side where they see what I find on the big change. Where we just get a complaint for the first time, now that I don't know, we'll make sure we go back to them. But I will tell you that it's not the reason, or what's not the reason this means here. Now, because they open the press release, they not be getting opportunity, they not be getting time for go update their machine because they get that POS machine when they use for issue out the tickets. But then on that note, I want for let people understand, say very soon, the procurement process they own now will install the handheld machines them inside the bus itself. One gets a system inside, you know they go get the man money and the money in hand. So you can forget your Oyster card, for example, where you see that updates the Oyster card, so pop and that 200,000 there or 200 million there or 300 million there. When you just the tap out, there's nationally let go about business. We're very, very close to that now. In the next 1 month, then machines and they will not install at all the buses. So you will take care of that change or no change. Yeah? That is the first scenario. Then secondly, somebody asks, say, how many buses there in service? Presently, we get 40 buses in service. We get 7 when they undergo maintenance. Then we get 3 who keep as reserve. In case there is a major breakdown of one particular route, then we can able to send the delay for make sure it augments the one way where you go on the maintenance as well. So now that's it. Yeah? But the most importantly, Mr. Minister, as I said before,
put a mind long. The service, the free service will be to the school, picking them, the military and the police. We want to extend them to emergency vehicles like ambulances, police vehicles where they go around there, or military vehicles where they go around there. Ambulances just are free for them for cross by the ferry. And then most importantly, the medical staff, nurses, as long as you put on the uniform, you are free for you.
No, Minister, wait. Let them. Only fair uniform for now. All have new uniform, shorts for 6. All our uniform, we will consider that. We are not getting uniform, no, they have in a day. Alright, I tell for the question then. Let me see the hands. Una bet map so please, now make me go see you. Go down small. I want to see if we start here this time because last week we not be each other so. Please, Paddy, I need you to sit down. Okay. Nature. I need number 1. Number 2, that's Yanda. Number 3, Naya. Number 4, Mama. Number 4, yeah. Number 5 and number 6. So all 6 on this side. Wanna take notes of the question. Wanna keep on short. We have plenty of questions there. One on time. Please go.
Name now Mahmoud Sila from the Nature newspaper. A question we go for Director Jasper. Director, in as much as we support government agencies for deliver services, what thing we are going to do for prevent the one day whether they interfere with those systems we are provide to the government agencies as DSTI? What you want to do in terms of the security of the services?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wait. Hold on, no. Yes. Go ahead.
This is from Real Democracy. And the question is for the Mr. Minister, if you take note of issues where they happen around the Lonely community, particularly Lonely, now, before they reduce the transport price, the Pola they will pass Aberdeen for Lonely. Then on their own, they increase them by 2 euros for Body. And because they use that long route, so and the confusion still they go and say in the areas people will pay people in go inside to car. That's now one. And also we all don't know say Mpox Day and the case they go day by day. Day by day. But then we'll not reach that moment where we go reduce the number of seats available for public transport so people in this don't suffer and comfortable at the different seats.
Jaffa, that information we don't display now. But I can't name. Now, as now, what the number is?
My name is Guru, they got for news and steady. The question they go to a commissioner. Now, I don't put laws in way they stop early marriage. But now they see plenty teenage pregnancy. Picking the year, picking the one picking. So it is now. What do they do to us and avoid for tackle that kind of situation?
Alright, the other lady next to you, guys.
My name is Alimatu Kabo for Advantage newspaper. My question they go to Madam Commissioner as well. In your statement, you say when I work for make picking issues have to be privatized if I'm right. But complete case them don't come up in the media way about the abuse of picking them. I can give updates as a court reporter. 38 years old St. Joseph teacher begets for a 12 and 13 years old picking. And up till now close to 4 months ago, so the matter for many adjourned up till now they don't call and the man still remanded. So I want to know what the commission will do towards that. And which one I don't put in place for protect speaking land. Thank you.
Very much. Next. Yes.
Samuel Jonimo, on Point Media. I want to draw your attention small this afternoon to the need for the green, white, and blue flag. Unfortunately, we know the CM now. On most of the public spaces, I saw a post on social media where somebody referred that to you. And is it that we know they use, we coin them again? We 5 million coins. Nobody knows only coins them anymore. Thank you, sir. And the end users to the system will be how you do and for them not be manipulated. Let somebody not clone me ATM and then I host.
So the same security question about the integrity and security of the system. Thank you very much, sir. Last question. Now we get one more person on this side. Naya. This man. Yes.
Mr. Minister, to the Deputy Minister of Transport. My name is Mohamed Success, the report for Success TV. A few weeks ago, we since for say the transport bus drivers there, they can say they get access both case to whenever they cross across the Abacha Street. They always they drive roughly. I want to know if I didn't training before ever they on board that bus for drive. Because they take and say then our government will also anything they do now both case. So it's really challenging for the masses out there. Thank you.
For all the questions we can now get the answer them from the panelists they will get here. I want to tell them thank you. Those are very good questions. I just want to make one clear correction. Mr. Mansai, Mas Davis, I'm sorry, my apologies. You say, would you see MPOX being up? MPOX, I don't be on now. Alright? The case don't go, don't. The leadership of show example of how to manage a public health crisis. Will not lead to shock, will not shock the economy. We respond, the Minister of Health and his team, NPH, they don't do a fantastic job. We don't bring account to a manageable level. We want for you to opportunity for ask people the law will continue for observe. Call, go to a healthcare center, they will take care of you, they will host you, they will make sure you see you well. But the premise of the question, now we just want to make sure say we deal with very clearly. Mr. Black question them. For example, the brother say coins. The minister or the bank governor will be there. I talk say if you go to a bank, you want coin and they give you. No so. When I be there and also, he asks the question. He may not say because a bank can't give money, sir. So if you want go to a bank, now coin you want. Will they give you coin? We ambition from transition this country to a cashless economy. Now we could promote the salon payment switch. If you need not connect to your accounts, make sure say you need connect to your accounts so that you don't need for old cash, you don't need for go to line, you don't need for your account bomb, if money they can't if nothing. All thing day digital. And then the brother asks for flag them. Flag them. It's very important civic question. We civic culture, we still the builder. As I see last year, we do something big. Next year, 65 years of the country, we will continue for builder, present builder. You know, can set up the foundation and we now set back. They don't make a whole ministry of civic education. We will continue for build on that. But frankly, patriotism not to be the flag. Patriotism is your action in which you demonstrate your law. The flag is just a symbol a representation of that. Okay? Mr. Minister, I will start with you on the other answer there. The question say, now normally Aberdeen axis they increase the price there by 2 Leone. So this decrease, how will they affect that and whether or not we are going to do about that? That is very important. And then the other question for you, now on the professionalism, because I don't deal with English. Yeah? Go ahead quickly.
Okay, thank you very much for asking that question. I will start with the one of my bosses. Yes, we train them before everybody go inside the bosses they train by professionals before they go inside it. But if they drive off, like I tell you, like when somebody say this on you, when they ask the question, you say that they drive off na Abacha Street and people that they pass na Abacha Street simply because the fee say they're not government boss. But I think say when I start the introduction, I make you understand, say not to government the modern boss thing. There's a company what they call the Metro Transport Company, MCC. When all the transport stakeholders in their boss. So they're not there above the law at all. Now the responsibility of the civilian police through the traffic division and SLRSA, through the traffic warnings for arresting and charge them as well. Yeah? So we are always see the kind of thing, we cannot be everywhere at the same time. But when you see that thing, we are say, put a charge extra. Again, we are with that for the first time. While they are showing us, say, in a course, we keep that for the fee. I will understand this better and will take the necessary action. So when you talk about the congestion inside the public transport, let's put that there. When they add additional seats, again, not all responsibility as ministry. They are the responsibility of the traffic division and the SLRSA. They are the responsibility for telling say this most cannot overload and they get charges for overloading. But then that they don't catch up notice. We will sit back and we'll collaborate with them places and then for make sure say we do the needful. Yeah? This government does they have to make sure say we do things better. Move from the old ways. Because but we will try. Because what you understand, Mr. Minister and colleagues, now that when we can bring innovation, changes, you get people who will be averse to changes. And anytime when we can bring innovation, people that stand against the innovation, now people that will benefit from status quo. They want the confusion for them. But with their observation, they will and they bring council. We are now continue to bring the car up so that we respond to them accordingly. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister.
You know, I can like for say I old enough for member I won't start work and find people let me say, no get for work. Let's sit and they all this time, all kind complain against. And you know, we thank God for the wisdom of President Bill. Because now exactly what you say. See, all change, every major social change of any kind change, reaction they did. But I can find no continue, nobody know that the whole day one fine. Actually, more and more people they benefit. And by the usage numbers we don't see, are one of the most successful modern urban transportation programs with this country embassy. So I tell that thank you, I don't manage them fantastically. Director, 2 questions for you. The second one relates a little bit to data protection. We now we mandate the Ministry of Information and Communication working with Sudan. Would they in the process now for bringing forward the data protection law? We will set the system. But in terms of the infrastructure, I think what if people forgets that comfort. As we digitize, the risk always and security. Cyber influence, cyber war, you know, people in data breach, the Motifa. Whose comforts will be say the tool, the system, and the bill. They're fail proof, or they're strong enough because no system of fail proof. But what comforts can you do about it?
So we get several levels where we ensure the system is secure, they're safe, and we protect people in confidentiality and privacy of information. Before I get to that, so Salon government, I found the board member of the Digital Public Goods Alliance. This is the UN agency with the promotes digital public infrastructure and a technology with a bill for the population, for the entire nation to use. This body gets 8 standards. One of them, the primary standard, na privacy and security of confidential data. So DSTI and government, they sit on the board. That they need to say we compare about every tool we build, they get for compliance with 8 standard. Now, for answer the question directly, before we build any tool, we make sure say we consult the end user. We get several controls where they make possible they able to reach the tool they will build easily. Number one, the cloud computing platform we use are world class. And the same way the government they use, the same way UK government they use. The cloud storage platform they use, they're world class. We develop them at DSTI, are world class, and I tell them to do that. Then most importantly, the data that encrypted. We get end-to-end encryption. That's where they will reach out. Then also, with the bin in a way, we get strong controls for whether they request, whether they review, and whether they approve. All the people that they will make sure they're authorized by the institution where we build the system for. Then last and most importantly, all the tools they will build, they get what they call perpetual audit law. That means to say anybody who go to the system and make changes there, perpetually forever, the system, the law, the person. We can, the time we can, who's changes in it. So tomorrow, bye-bye. I mean, they call an audit law. Anybody can come back and can look, would affect this change, would affect this change. So throughout the system, though, we will make sure that they're secure, they're safe, and they're also sustainable for use in the long run.
Thank you so much. Oh. Okay. Thank you, sir. So because we get 10 more minutes and I want to get another round of questions, but Commissioner, 2 questions for you. One, early marriage rates to do. By the way, my early marriage rates, they not they go up, or teenage pregnancy not they go up. Teenage pregnancy actually don't they head down. The data and salon, the last DHS will move from high numbers, they continue for head in the right direction. When you write on one thing, it continues to be high, teenage pregnancy. So, Commissioner, what you do about that? And then I think the second one, what you do there for protect speaking them in general. So, if you respond quickly, he'll take the second round of questions. Yes.
Thank you very much, Madam. Like you rightly said, this say prioritize. It's not only the Commission, but also the government of Sierra Leone, under the leadership of President Bio. We see the hands of our gas program, where Her Excellency bring. We also get this law where Her Excellency make sure they pass the parliament for the prohibition of early marriage and teenage pregnancy. We see the government law also work with partners for them to open a whole secretariat on teenage pregnancy. So in all of these institutions that we are the name, so in all of them policies that we develop, the Commission play an integral role in all of them. We not to implement the partners, but we give your technical advice so in all of the structures there, so that we will able to protect the beginning. Like how the minister say, the reporting of the cases now don't go up because of the awareness they will don't give in schools, we don't give in communities. So because of that, when they feel say it don't go up, the cases they don't go up. Now because we don't make people that don't aware. We say for make reports when teenage pregnancy occur. We say if you go forget redress for instance if na rape the rape say you get belle you therefore go for psychosocial medical. So all of that stuff that na dey make people that feel say e don go up, e no go up, e dey kind of drastically and significantly. Yeah, and we still dey work very hard for ensure say e go down. Then the one on SGBV where they talk about child abuse. It's because of the issue where that we dey handle directly. We dey work with the justice sector, the CID. Of recently, we heard about a case wey come up wey involve a prominent businessman like for 3 people wey dey go na school. Me personally follow that case. We ensure say dem put the man at custody for 2 weeks, and we still dey follow up the case. Yeah, so we not sit up before we refuse. We begin and our priorities in this country.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Now the Anne Boku. we get 7 minutes. So, I want to talk price. Negotiate. Would they do, would they do sharp? But I take 6 questions, I will take all the answer. So, I can put 6. Any, mini, whiny, more. That will do, okay? Number 1, the other, because they're the only people who are in the upper. Number 2, the bar and there. Okay? Number 3, and the other bar, the upper there. Number 4, that bar is number 4. Number 5, and this man, because I never share it to the Madingo and the Soso people that really come away. And between now 4, 5 million left. No, don't give 2 naira, so you don't lose naira. They'll do, okay, young kids, you don't win. Yes, young kids. 6. Alright, quick. Lord Rashad, I apologize to the other one do it next week. Yes.
Hello, everybody. Me and analysts are the reports for affiliate. So it's not a question, it's concern, and we go to the commissioner. So I think it was last month, I went at beach to be precise, Plan B. So at around 9, and you see small picking there, and they play. Then mama and they push them for it, and I think someone have for try for against that.
Thank you very much. Steve, would I know about yes. You see the keeper short. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. My name is Adachiki from Civil Society. Mr. Minister of Transport. Person with disability are suffering. When they go alive, or go at the bus, there's 2 sides. The one them for the wheelchair, the one them where they use crutches. But waiting the conductors and they do, and the drivers and they do, then they allow people the way normal to sit on against it. Mr. Minister, how when I don't train them drivers and the conductors for person with disability or access to the
reserve seats for persons with disability. That's a very important question. I'm glad you give you the mic actually. So I think at the party number 4, yes. Number 3, yes.
Madam, watch the blame from the general public to the decision-making body in relation to achievement, as we will say, when they apply Western norms for work in African society. You agree with me, saying no parent will send a picking up drink for Western water if the economic situation is sustainable. Excuse me. Only now is people that spend millions of euros there for political ambition, irrespective of who they are, irrespective of what political position they have. Swearingen don't get humanitarian help or help the poor of the poorest. Will you agree with me? Thank you.
It's not this question. Guy number 4, Kaya. Already 5 go, Nami comes. Or then 1, 2, 3, 4, 85. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. I was managing to Live TV. Mr. Minister, we get problem here. It's the whole day. It's the example that they will not put price for see from here to Waterloo. For the driver, they take people reach Wellington, they put they put one and go inside, they put one whole Calabar to the same thing. After one go to them, they have this problem. Madam, because the way to you people in the pool begin and apply for the cow that we talk for pool the school, or then begin and they can't begin in the street to the same water, but can't get back. What should I do for the next and this stop? Thank you.
Wonderful. Mr. Bah. My name is Suleiman, or you can call yourself by name. You mistaken name. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. My name is Suleiman Chernor. And I report for Export Times newspaper. I'll take 2 questions, please.
Go ahead.
Okay. All the go to the minister. Mr. Minister, the government will inform Australians and say the Wakafume bosses they emanate from a grant with the World Bank give to the government of Sierra Leone, including the construction of overhead bridges at various locations across Freetown and installation of traffic light. And this money, we say they donated given directly to the government of Sierra Leone. But unfortunately, or surprisingly, you can't say this no to government get worker fine. But why would they deprive other commercial vehicles for plying on various streets across Freetown? That's the one question. You just give figures on the recent reduction of price of transportation, but there's inconsistency. Some Sierra Leone will release 2 loans inside Freetown, some Sierra Leone will release 1 loan inside Freetown. Going across, the provinces, some Sierra Leone will release 20, some Sierra Leone will release 10 loans. Why the inconsistency? Thank you.
Thank you. You are with
Alright, so good afternoon. Me and Yusuf J. Kamaga from Tumak Radio. Please permit me to ask 2 questions, sir. To you, Madam Commissioner. So many people around there engage FSU at different division there, and I can tell me one of the constraints and challenges we face where they get victims that were involved in SP cases. The challenge is that them SP victims and they not can get medical attention, and that can lead them for them to get issue with their health, and also most of the FSU centers and they Alright, and most of the FSU divisions they don't get a safe place where the victims they inside the station. Other people don't really see them because that leads to stigmatization. And the last one, what's the strength or level of compliance between child organizations and owner as commission for picking them?
Voilà. Okay. And the last question then they will get for today. And we don't already come to time. So I beg the panelists there for let them go keep them sharp. We got plenty of questions on picking them. I make good media today. How they reduce street beggars, very important. This question of tradition and child rights in a relationship with the economy. I get a perspective on that. This is something that I know, but I will let the commissioner give short response to that. This question of child trafficking under the guise of men pickingism. You can picking from upline, you can. It's a part of the thing that we get for look at online as well. And then I think this last one on safe spaces, especially, and the relationship between the commissioner and the commission in child rights organization. Madam, I will turn the time my own because we're out of time. I will give an impossible task. All the questions you answer in 3 minutes. Turn the time on.
Thank you. Let me begin with the last one. We had some guy just talk about using our relationship with the child-led organizations. We get a very strong cordial working relationship. The Children's Forum Network, as they talk every Thursday now, we give them space for letting they organize their meetings there inside the office. Mr. Minister don't witness one of the meetings there. They sit down there, and they with them. We not only give them the space, we they sit down with them. And the Children's Forum Network, we found them now the umbrella network for all them people at this country, where they say they get the youth executive. So we give them space now. They can't sit down to me every Thursday for whole a meeting. Every important letter where they want to send out, press release, we they look at them and try for edit them. Everything about the beginning. And not only CFN, we got another child-led organization, Yakan, where we also work with them very strict cordially. So with relationship very cordial, especially under my leadership. The second question when they talk about men picking, when people that they go take picking them up and they bring them can. Me as a Kumran, I pain them here personally. Now pain. So what do we do as a commission? We they collaborate with Ministry of Social Welfare, with Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs. We they work with the communities there on good parenting. We don't develop a policy where social welfare there on how for really the engage communities there. Parents them for them to ensure say however you go, make you begin inside your house rather than somebody go tell you say you can't put at school. We dey go to schools as well. We get school clubs that hold up from all over major schools there in this country. We dey sensitize the people because for we na child trafficking is we dey call am pikin, but it's not as common as easy as una dey see am. Na child trafficking because when you bring them pikin, they got a lot of problems wey dey follow accompany problems. Pikin dey go na street for go do prostitution. Pikin dey go sell. Pikin dey go into violence. So it's a pain for we as a commission, and we work very strictly on that. And whatever we do for ourselves, we know say it's not enough. We will step up as we go on. Like we need this kind of program sooner so that una step will the pitch we say so they happy. We strengthen it all over as a commission, but we work with partners where they always push their cases before. We also talk about humanitarian things, where people then they big. I think so that they not only concern the commission, sir. This is a nationwide and even worldwide problem. You come on here, you go America, they see people that are street and big. They see homeless people there. Then they pay for what they eat. So it's not only common to Sierra Leone. So as a commission, all we need for doing is very closely tied up with begin to vote on board. Because if you begin, you get to begin, even if you begin the vote for you, they go say, and I make it very clear now, we the commission, we not dey against Wikipedia for them and not vote for them people then. We not dey against with the age of work that we can say. If we give this 3 years, it dey go for 4 years, it dey go put one whole back farmers and say that you go sell them. That they really against. But we not dey tolerate speaking. When they will say for they grow, they sell for people there. Because also all man in that equal. If you need social amenities and school people forgive for you begin, you can encourage and let yourself help you for spending the money, but you do it in a protected manner. Right. The safety of the beginning.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, excellent job at the answer the day. My Deputy Minister, you also gave a few questions. One now around the treatment of people with disabilities and their access. We understand since we reserve seats. As Minister of Civic Education, I just want to say before the Minister can that even at the West, we get reserved seats for the aged and people with disabilities. People can take that seat there. But the point is, when somebody with disability can, you as a citizen, you get a civic duty for grab, for give up that seat. So this not to just, the system already create the reserve system. Now we all now as citizens of the country supposed to do that, but the minister will also talk on that. The other one, and then one of them is step, where they go up, then tap, then come. So what do we do in terms of enforcement on that? And there's some misunderstanding there about the grants and ownership. It's a grant to the government of Sierra Leone for establish a company where they publicly establish people that buy shares, and that company they is separate from the government. But the government can set up an institution where now don't want we get this facility where they want. Government can get a stake there, but that don't mean that government gets it. So I think same misunderstanding, maybe you may start for that, but I think it's important for them to clarify that the ownership. And then this where we frame the question, Mr. Jalo say, why would they deprive commercial people? It's not a deprivation. Every government they do something really good for the greater good. Everywhere in the West you get boss lane. You get reserved lane there. You get system mentality and say, yeah, nobody may pass on the streets. Because the essence is for the greater good. And the greater good, now for now we reduce traffic, who's at the boss in the world.
So also they help for the environment. So no more of we will go take Boku. So the bus then the other bus can get alternative routes, and I can tell you no bus or Poda can run out of businesses because of this. They still do their business. And government don't manage for reduce traffic congestion and provide opportunities for more and more people to use public transport when an urban aspiration that day. So you get the chance now for those
Okay, thank you very much. I tell you, I'm ready to thank you for the questions. I want to start with the part. You know, you see, people they take the system we reserve for disabled people. It's sad that Australians don't reduce themselves to that level, but just like when the minister talk, by rights, if you don't allow situations possible come, you grab the behind the place for making people sit down. But to find out, say, look at the construction, the design of the terminal itself. We even create ramps there. We say it's possible to go with the chair, the right, the go and go slow. We created it. We don't even tell the company when they run the buses and say they're going to make mobile ramps there as well. So that when it's supposed to calm down, you're able to ride and go inside, right inside the bus. We are still working on that. Yeah. But this one, when it's also when it's in there, I will pick up this Leone Public Transport Authority. When I one of the agencies under the Ministry of Transport and Aviation, government creates that agency for regulating public transport. Which means say before now, it's any regulator, government regulator, public transport regulator. And that's where it's where you go and then back and they see drivers, you know. They were the yellow jacket and they regulate themselves. So even in terms of price, if you put second transport here, then they go to which they want for. But they are planning for a formula and say government don't form an agency. Under the same government, World Bank grants only go at the top. Under the IRO, whether it's Leone Public Transport Authority, SFPT, whether they regulate, if you go at the bus terminal now, when you go at the bus terminal now, and they limit the when they try to regulate the transport. Now, new agency, or they try to empower them so that they will get everywhere in this country. So we will get there as a country. In the transport sector, always when they try for you, now for make their life better for people. We want to move more people within record space. One for them, they don't have the comfort of it. You pay, for example, and buy your tickets online. We are moving towards that. It's not easy. But we will get there. We believe in this country. And we believe states are localized again. Yeah? Okay. Then the brother talks say we deprive. We not deprive no other transport money. I don't hear the Prime Minister and say, then bosses are so many wrong. Now then transport money as the way you talk about. Now then get them boss. We sit down right from the inception of the project. We all sit down together. We take them through and through. This time, they always at the top of this project and at the top of the bosses now. If you call drivers, you know the president now, it will tell you true. It will tell you, say, they have been part of this true and true and true. You call passenger welfare, they will tell you the same thing. You talk keke, bike riders, they will tell you the same story. So not depend nobody. Like they all come together and they agree. Yes, now government not be equal just one for. Like you said, that grants, yes, but be equal and joint venture. Because the government of Sweden said put your money inside for this project to work. But then what the government try for? Government decides say you know one take the livelihood from the why we don't want to put that and this that. So then they say that they buy shares. Otherwise, government for not just say that set up the company where we run them also. Or make sure say that they will bring them inside. Directly, so nobody will deprive them. But the Prime Minister about it talking at this time. We get routes there. Every now and that's what they work towards right now with SFPT. We want for create routes there. Where you go come, you get your company, you get your boat carrier, you can't pay for routes. Say I want to get exclusive rights or more frequent rights. For example, for flight from Joey by force for car. You can't pay for that. Just like abroad. That is where we are taking straight to. So not to deprivation. Now at certain hours, peak hours to be safe. For example, in the morning, now from 4 to 10 o'clock, when the rush will come, they want to find bosses. Yeah?
Okay.
But one thing I want to make you know, my brother, nothing is free in this world. You know that. And Africa, I would say that is a sad thing. We don't even run African state as a welfare state. So most of the problems we get now as a result of that.
Okay, so Mr. Lord F&D. Oh, you mentioned CLC, yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
I tell you, say, from the inception, from the outset, I tell you, say, now negotiate. There are different locations. You don't go take the same transport, for example, from somebody where they come on Abadi Road to Abadi Road Junction and get the same price as that person where they come on now lonely for Bobo. So we negotiate.
No, you understand. You say why the reduction, not blanket? Why will not do 10% reduction across the board? And you don't understand the answer. But wait. You don't ask. The answer to that, the reduction are a product of negotiation where they take into consideration different variables, including distance and other factors they consider. So, upline, where you start from, some routes they say they pay 250, they reduce them to 240, so they reduce by 10. Some side they reduce by 20, some side they reduce by 1. The answer to your question is yes, indeed. Even at the Western area, some side they pull 1 euro, some side they pull 2 euro. But that's now a product of the unique aspect of each route. They were the technical people in that. Then they sit down with a partner there because not only we don't live in a country where we go with the system, we put all the price they don't across the board because then people in the partner business fund them. Now profit them because so now reasonable government to get. So before we take tick and run after them, we sit down and table with them. The minister and chair engage all the factors. The thing were not inconsistent. And that irrespective of who side you run. Irrespective of who side you now, when minister and the team don't done, the price, it go south, it don't go down. It go down, it don't go up. And they want that day. Alright, on that note, for thank you to distinguished panel who are here today, the Honorable Deputy Minister for Transport and Aviation, the Honorable Rex Bonafa, the Director and Chief Operating Officer, Directorate of Science, Technology and Innovation, Jasper Patrick Sembi, the Commissioner, the National Commission for Children, Joyce Weah Tijan Keller. All plenty thank you for where they come for the substance of this conversation. And I tell una all plenty thank you as well for una patience, una cover we, una continue for doing this work. So all we partner the way they make sure say we reach you now. I forget to mention this on One Mobile as well, but plenty others as well with the support we want to say we deeply appreciate. Until next week, Assalamu alaikum.